Hello, fellow students. My name is Diane. I'm a peer mentor in first year services here at City College, and today we'll be going over how to survive and thrive in online classes. This workshop is intended to promote success in your online classes. I'll be go over some tips on how I've personally done in my online classes, how to avoid procrastination, and how to succeed when navigating on Canvas, turning in your assignments, and overall just helping you thrive in your online classes. I'll be also including a tutorial on how to navigate your Canvas from another peer mentor on how she navigated Canvas. Okay. So first off, what is an online class? So an online class is a class that is taught mainly online. There's really no classroom interaction. There are on-campus partially online classes. So if you look at over here on the left, you'll see this one says City Web, so that means the class is online. So when you're adding your classes, that's what it would look like. But a partially online class, the difference is that it says city, so there's a classroom assigned to that class, but it also says City Web Online. And on here, where it says location, it says Web Online, versus how this partially online class tells you that it's partially online. Okay, so an online class is mostly self-taught, so the professor does provide you with PowerPoint slides and information, but you will be on your own going over that. The professor will be available through email or through Canvas, so you will be able to contact them if you have any questions. For those partially online classes, though, you would then go that day of the class to that class. Usually it's once a week that you have to attend class, and then the rest would be done through whatever online platform the professor has provided. So Canvas, some math classes go through another program for their math class. And then even some math courses, even though they are fully online, they will have you come in to take some tests or quizzes, or even for the final, they will ask you to come in to take that final exam. For an online class, though, you are at your own speed because you're not going into the classroom, but the deadlines still apply. So keep in mind those deadlines, read over your syllabus, know those deadlines so that you can turn in those assignments on time. The professors will sometimes remind you when those assignments are due, but not always. So keep that in mind when signing up for an online class, and keep that in mind when starting an online class so you know when those deadlines are and you can submit your assignments on time. When signing in through Canvas, you can sign in through any laptop, desktop, or tablet, and all assignments would be turned in online through Canvas unless otherwise noted by your professor. Things to consider when you're registering for an online class. You want to make sure that you know how to navigate your computer, so how to log into your Chrome or Firefox, that you have the necessary supplies on your computer if you need to download anything. You want to keep that in mind before you register for your online class. Also that it requires a lot of discipline. So even though these online classes offer you more flexibility, it still requires you to focus, since you're not in this classroom setting where you would sit down with a professor in front of you during those hours that the class meets. So then you have to remember you're in charge of your education and you want to advocate for yourself too. So, think about, how would you learn best? Would you learn best at home? Or maybe you learn best face-to-face with that professor. You want to consider this before registering for an online class so that you can better succeed in that online class. Also, you want to think about what kind of online class you're registering for. So if it's a math class, maybe you feel like you succeed better when it's face-to-face and you can ask questions at that moment, versus maybe it's an English class that the class requires you to write discussions and answer prompts and write essays. You want to see which one is more convenient for you, which one you thrive better in. The other aspect on how do you learn best is once you've registered to your online class and you want to take that online, do you work better at home, or would you prefer working in your class in another space? So maybe a coffee shop might be less distracting to you than at home, where maybe you get distracted by little things. Maybe you want to do it more in a library where it's quiet and there's less distractions. So you want to see where you learn best so that you can set a space strictly for studying and you can focus better and concentrate on your online class. Also consider your Wi-Fi connection. If you don't have Wi-Fi, what other area or where you can go to access Wi-Fi? So on campus, there is Wi-Fi. It's called City Wireless. The password is City Spring 2020, depending on the semester. So right now, during Spring 2020, the password is City Spring 2020, but it will change depending on the semester and the year. And so another good place to go if you need Wi-Fi is a coffee shop or a library. A lot of these spaces do have Wi-Fi. Sometimes they have it displayed available for their clients. Otherwise, you want to ask for that Wi-Fi password. Okay. Where to locate your online class is very important when signing up to your online class. So for City, your online classes will be located in Canvas. That's where professors will put everything from the syllabus to any other website that you need to access. There are 3 ways to get to Canvas. So you can log in through MySDCCD Portal. You would be able to log in or access Canvas just Googling Canvas SDCCD, or even on the Canvas app. You can download that on your Play Store if you have Android or iPhone. And the cool part of that is that you have access to everything the same way that you would be able to access it on PC or on a laptop. So it's very convenient. If, let's say, you don't have a computer or it's easier on your phone, you have that access on the Canvas app the same way you would have on PC. And so here I'm going to be showing you a quick overview how you can access it on both MySDCCD and on Google. And then there will be another tutorial on how to access it on the app.
Perfect. Okay, good. You're
Okay.
doing good. Now, now we need to just not speed it up, because I like that, but now speed it up and be more like, when I was watching Dave Gibson yesterday, I literally was like,
falling asleep.
It was so bad. And Linda literally, I didn't even realize it. Linda was like, hey, you should go upstairs. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So I went upstairs. So make sure the pauses is good, because you're kind of trying to get your breath, your thing. But now moving forward, okay. So, just so they stay interactive and they stay engaged. Hey, Linda.
Hi.
Hey.
6 feet away from me.
I know. Look at us all so yeah, good. So now we're recording Surviving and Thriving Online. You're going to do time management. I'm going to do study skills. Or do you want to do time?
I don't care.
Okay. So
you can go over the PowerPoints just so that you know what
we
you're
got to
saying.
get it done by literally by 1:30. And then Margarita has to do another how to Canvas on the app. And then Shanti's going to finish up with hers, the one that she did Surviving Through Finals. I totally forgot about that one.
So which one am I doing?
Studies. Oh.
This is study skills, and there's the.
I'm gonna
Did we figure it out?
We're just doing it on Zoom. We're gonna embed the video on YouTube for the captioning.
Yeah, that's it. So
Okay, so I'll resume sharing because this is still recording voice.
It's on pause right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So who's
so-
talking?
I'm talking, so I'll go.
Oh, so I gotta watch you. Do they see
Yeah.
me?
They do. They see me face to face. So they see me, but when recording, I'm screen sharing.
Yeah.
So sort of like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do time management, but I don't see time management.
Right here.
Over
Oh,
here.
okay. Let me see your study skills. I got it.
Okay, so I'll
You can-
continue.
yeah.
Okay. Resume sharing. Okay. So now, the first thing would be how to access it through your SDCCD portal. So on here, you would see how you're entering your user ID. Your user ID is your 10-digit student ID number. So if your user ID that you have only has 7 numbers, you would add 3 zeros to the front. Okay, and then the password would be whatever you created at the time of creating your MySDCCD portal. Okay, so what the first thing that you would see when logging into your portal would be the college student dashboard. And then on the far right, it'll say student quick links, and you want to click on Canvas, summer, fall. Okay, and then that's where it would then lead you into your Canvas account, or on how to log into your Canvas account. Okay, if you were to Google it, you would Google SDCCD Canvas, and then you would click on the one that says log into Canvas sdccd.instructure.com. Okay. Once you're logged into Canvas, whichever way is easier for you to log in, this is how it should look like. You'll see the district logo, San Diego Community College District, and you'll see this star, and then you would be able to log in your 10-digit user ID number. It's the same one as your student ID number. And then the password. The password should be your date of birth unless you have already changed your password on Canvas. Okay. So then on Canvas, you would see your dashboard, your account, the list of your courses. You have access to your calendar, the inbox. So if you message your professor, that's where you would be able to access that information. And that help button, which gives you videos and tutorials on if you have any question on Canvas. They would be providing you with tutorials accordingly to what you ask. And then in this case, this student has 2 classes, so this is how it would look like. It should give them the name of the class and the CRN, and also the semester when the class was taken. You won't see the class unless you're signed up to the class already, so you wouldn't be able to see it until the start of the semester, or if it's a short-term class, you wouldn't be able to see it until the class start date. Also, on the far right, you'll see the to-do list. So on this to-do list, you can see your upcoming assignments, the upcoming ones that are due. Okay, and then recent feedback. This will give you if the recently ones that were graded. Okay. The calendar, this is what the calendar shows you. So what a very cool thing that the calendar does for you, it gives you all the deadlines when they're due, and once the class or once the deadline has passed for that assignment, then it crosses it automatically. So that's very cool, so that you can see what's due, what has passed, and when it's due. And the other cool thing is that on the far right, you can unclick classes so that you would be able to select which classes you want to see, which class assignments are due for which class. If you hover over it though, it does give you the class descriptions so that you can see what it's about, and then check on your syllabus what it is that you have to turn in. If you click on it too, it should lead you into the submission area to where you need to submit that assignment. Some professors that are in class will also have you turn in things online, so keep that in mind, and keep the deadlines in mind. Okay. For your courses, the list of courses, you can see other courses. Sometimes if the class hasn't started, you'll see that it's on here noted, and it'll show you the semester and the name of the class. It depends if the class is online. Not all professors on campus use it, but as long as it's an online class, they will use Canvas. Okay, and so you want to definitely select each course to figure out the deadline for that specific course. Okay. Once you have selected the course that you want to see, the things that it would show you on the left side would be home, the announcements, the syllabus, and any discussions that the professor requires you to do. Every dashboard looks a bit different for every class. So it all depends how the class is organized and how your professor organized your course. So in this case, this is the order of the classes, but your course might look a little bit different on your Canvas. But it should show you everything you need to know. So announcements would be where teachers post their announcements. The syllabus would, you would be able to see any assignments or any office hours that the professor has, or what is even expected from the class, what the grades are based on. So this is a very useful tool that even if it's not an on-campus class, you want to go over your syllabus to find out what the class is about. For discussions, some professors require it, not all of them, but it's a very useful tool to meet your classmates. Since you're not in a classroom setting, it will help you interact with the other students in that class. And you would be either able to create a discussion, or your professor would be creating that discussion and you would just be replying to that. Okay, so now for assignments, you want to turn in your assignments on time, but you want to know where to turn them in. So usually it'll be here on this left menu, and there should be a page where it says assignments, and you would turn it in there, depending on right here where it says homework or what assignment it is. You would click on it and it should open the submission area. Also for quizzes, you want to be able to know exactly where those quizzes are, so that you're able to see where to turn them in and where to do them on time. This also gives you access to see your grades, any modules that the professor wants you to see. So in the modules, sometimes there's videos or documents that you need to watch, or even if you need to upload documents, that's where you would be able to put them into those modules. And then for SDCC library, that's something that the professor would put on their course Canvas, and then it would give you library information. Okay, now for the discussion, this is what it would look like. Things that you want to know before doing your discussion is the prompt and the requirements that the professor has to answer that prompt. So sometimes they'll let you know that they want it to be at least 100 words in that discussion for your response. And it also might have a requirement of replying to a certain amount of your classmates. So here it gives you the prompt, as you can see. This is giving you the requirements for your answer, and you would be able to reply down here. Okay, and comment on someone's discussion when it's time for you to reply as well. Okay, for your assignments, this is how it would look like. So you would click on assignments, or to wherever that assignment button would be on that specific course. You would be able to see upcoming assignments, but in this case, if you would want to turn in your assignment, you would just click homework part 1 submission area, or whatever assignment you're trying to turn in, click on it, and it should give you open the submission area. Right here for the submission area, then you would be able to upload it, choose file, upload it according to where that file is, and then submit assignment. When you're submitting the assignment, it all depends also what kind of file the professor wants and what file you're providing. So make sure they're the same and it's what the professor needs. And then You can also download it from your app. So remember that if you want a different kind of access, you can access it through your phone, through the App Store, and it gives you the same type of access that you just saw on the computer. So you would search Canvas Student. Once you download the app, you would type San Diego City College and then log in using your username and password. And this is how it looks like. So you would log in the same way that you did on your computer. Okay, so some survival tips that you want to keep in mind too when you're in your online class. So it's very useful to keep a planner on hand for your online classes, because it is nice that you have that Canvas calendar, but it's nice if you can write it out and see your deadlines. And if you're taking on-campus classes, that way you can outline how your week or how your month is looking, what assignments you have to work on in a monthly view, and try to manage your time wisely within trying to complete all of your deadlines, not only your online classes. So it does help you with your discipline and making sure you're making those due dates. And one thing to keep in mind too, for exam dates, if the exam is online, you don't want to miss turning in that exam because it's worth a lot of points. So keeping a planner is very useful to having access to your deadlines and making into those deadlines. Okay, so also keep in mind that you need to make some time and keep up with any readings that the professor might give you. So usually for an online or a classroom setting, you would go over the chapter, the professor would do a lecture on it, and then he would give you some assignment. For an online class, you would have to do your own readings and then do the assignment or any project that the class requires you. So it can be easy to fall behind. So that's where you need to maintain good time management, keep in mind those deadlines, and also make sure you always have a form of access to Wi-Fi. So, popular cafes, once again, Starbucks, the living room, Lestats, or even on campus when if you're able to get on campus, it would be the Subir hubs, like L207, M205, S401, AH200A. So there's different areas that you can locate to gain access to Wi-Fi. It all depends where you're located, what's better for you, what's more near to you. Okay, so if you have any questions, you are able to put that into the discussion board. But I want to show you, stop sharing. Never mind. I forgot that part. So it's still recording though, it doesn't stop the recording.
It didn't stop?
No, you have to stop this one.
Okay, just add it in right now. And then
Okay.
he could edit it.
Okay, so if you have any questions, you can go to the discussion board and put those questions on here on Canvas. The other option that you have, so we will be providing a tutorial for Canvas that another peer mentor has created to help you see how you can navigate Canvas from actually looking through Canvas. And then also we will be providing a tutorial from how you can use the Canvas app on your phone. Okay, and I hope this was helpful. Leave any questions on the discussion board.